Hi and welcome to this week's Something for the Weekend. I'm Tony, Sales Manager here at Martin Lynch & Sons. And with the Yaesu cashback coming to an end this week, I thought we'd have a quick discussion as to which Yaesu is the right Yaesu for you. Well, let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's start off with Yaesu's FT710. Where does it belong in the range? Well, it's on that sort of sub £1,000 sort of bracket. So great for beginners and also great radio if you're sort of, a seasoned operator, etc., and you're just looking for a radio to maybe go on holiday with, you've got a second shack, etc., then 710 is a great choice. And as I said, you've got two choices with the 710. So you've got the AESS version, which comes with the matching speaker, as you can see here, which is attached nicely onto there. And it does that clever kind of thing with the audio, where you can split the audio and it can either come through the top speaker or the side speaker, and you can just adjust it just so it sounds just about right. So if you like a more of a bassier tone, obviously emphasize more on the cabinet unit, a bit more of a sort of top end, then you can always come out on the front facing speaker. But it's good fun to use. I mean, I've had a good fiddle with it and I can recommend it. They've got that sort of function down. It's not just a gimmick. The field version, well, the field version, you'll lose the speaker. There's actually a carry strap available, so if you do want to take it portable, it's a great option for taking portable as well. And that's, these kind of things you need to look at when you're deciding which Yaesu is going to be for you. I'm going to go back to the money side of it now. So as I said, cashback is ending very soon. I believe it's this week it's going to be ending. So if you want to place an order now, you can buy the field version, which is a stripped down version, for around about £815, give or take a penny. That's once you've got your cash back from Yaesu, and £965 for this sort of fully featured version of the 710. So when you look at the prices of used radios, that's a great price for a brand new radio, basically, that comes with 3 years warranty and is fully up to date. So you've got USB connectivity if you want to run your FTA, any of your digital modes, etc. And of course you've got the screen out, which is a great way of doing it. And you've got the full colour screen, showing it as big a screen as you want, basically. So, as I said, I've got a lot of amateurs that take this out portable, etc. Then they come back to the shack and they're running it on 40-inch monitors. And it's a great way to do it. So is the 710 for you? As I said, great if you're a beginner, great if you're a seasoned operator as well. And if you've got a little FT450 or, I don't know, even something like, older than that, maybe an 840 that you've got, and you just want to upgrade, get a smaller radio, then 710 is a great option to go for. Right, on from this, we're going to move on to the FTDX10 now. So follow me now. Okay, so moving around from the 710 over to Yaesu's FTDX10. Now, one of our best-selling radios over the last year, and why is that? And is it the right Yaesu for you? Well, let's start with the price to begin with. So the 710 came in at under £1,000 budget. Now, if you've got a little bit more than that £1,000 and you can reach to £1,295, then you could get yourself an FTDX10. Now, that price is after cashback. I think it's £45 cashback that you'll get. So you're talking, just over £1,300 basically for the initial outlay. And what do you get for your money? So Yaesu's FTDX10, you'll get HF 6 meters and 4 meters as standard. So same spec as you're getting on the 710. However, it's a hybrid SDR, which means you get enhanced filtering, and you will notice the difference, believe me, between the 710 and the FTDX10. More along the lines of the 101, but obviously we're going to get to the 101 later. More functionality on the front panel. So rather than going through all of your menu options as you would do with the 710 and having to move this knob here, that knob here, button here, etc., everything is easily accessible. Again, you've got that screen out, so the beautiful coloured display that you get on here, touch screen, you can have out onto the large monitor if need be. Functionality, as I said, it's very easy. You just press, you can then select where you want to go. So you can just here, so I want to, put the mic EQ on, press it, mic EQ's on. It's all very nice and clear, and away you go. And then you're back operating as you want it to be. Filtering wise, I've used this in a couple of contests already from the shop, and as I said, it's a huge improvement. Just with that enhanced DSP that you get with the hybrid, it is superb. It really is superb. Size of the unit, slightly larger than the 710, so if you've got a small shack you could still fit the DX10 in there, not a problem. Obviously you can, if you want to run linears, etc., it's all really easy accessible at the back, you can just plug straight through. Connectivity to the PC if you want to do your digital modes, USB again, which you're going to find on most of the radios nowadays anyway. The only thing I did find a little bit awkward, which you shouldn't be really, is the fact that you're still running an RJ45 microphone on here. Not a problem, obviously adapters are available if you want to run headsets or you want to run a desk mic, etc. Especially the lovely Yaesu range of desk mics, you know, the M70, M100 or the M1. If you want to spend a few pounds, you can just switch the lead round and away you go. So that's my only downside really on the FTDX10, is the fact of that. And some people have said, you know, the menu options don't stay up long enough, but there is a workaround for that as well by holding the collar, etc. So yeah, who's it going to be good for? Well, seasoned operators, 100%, definitely. If you're used to operating the radio already and the buttons don't scare you, straight in on an FTDX10. Performance-wise, you know, if you've had radios from the 80s, 90s, the noughties, etc., and you want to move on to a modern day transceiver, then FTDX10 is amazing value for money in that respect. Now, newcomers, are you going to struggle with a DX10? Probably not, to be honest with you, because as I said, everything's quite clearly displayed on the front. Obviously, you've got an extensive manual that you could read through, because we all do that, don't we? And yeah, it's just easy. You know, if you've got a foundation license, if you've got intermediate license and you're worried, you know, it's a 100-watt radio, because there's always that little niggle of people saying, oh, do I need a 100-watt radio to begin with? It's the best way to do it, because then you're not spending money at a later date. So you can turn all of these radios down to 5 watts, which is great. So it's either the 710 or the DX10. And it's a solid built radio. Price-wise, you know, if this had been 10 or 15 years ago, I would have put it into the £2,000 range, you know, something like an FT2000, etc. Then this would have hit that sort of kind of level in the range. Anyway, that's enough on the FTDX10. We're going to move on to the 101 now, so Yaesu's flagship radio, and see if that's the right radio for you. Okay, so we've come around now to Yaesu's FTDX 101, and this is the MP version, and obviously there's a D version as well. So we'll explain the differences between the MP and the D, or at least sort of briefly explain them to you. So with the MP, which is the obviously top of the range flagship model, you're getting the main transceiver here, which is obviously comes with dual receive, and also the FP101, which is a built-in power supply and speaker. So with the D version, you don't get this because it's a 100-watt radio, so you do need to power it with a power supply, so bear that in mind. Kind of main differences really between the two radios. MP version will give you 200 watts output, so is it the right radio for you with 200 watts output? You know, if you're a full licensee, etc., yep, great. If you don't want to run a linear, if you live in a built-up area, etc., then the 101 MP, perfect. You know, 200 watts straight out, run it at 100 watts with ease, run it at quarter power for your FT8, etc. Not a problem, not an issue at all. And obviously, talking of FT8, digital modes, USB connectivity on both radios, as well as standard. Now, is it the right radio for you? You're thinking of getting the DX10. Let's jump into the price. Yes, there's a huge price difference, but there's a lot more radio for your money. So, price-wise with regard to this, the MP after cashback will be around about 3760 after cashback. And then for the D version, you're looking at around about, it's about 2660, give or take a few pounds. So yeah, it's a big increase. But you know, what's the difference with the radios? Why spend so much more money? Well, for example, on this one, dual receive, which you won't get on the 710 or you won't get on the DX10 as well. And that comes in handy. So is it the right radio for me? Are you a contester? Do you like to work DX? Do you often work the expeditions that are working split, etc.? You know, do you like to work 6 meters and 4 meters? Do you want to monitor both bands to see which one opens up? Then, you know, the dual receive is ideal for that. Now, I see a lot of you panicking saying, well, it's obviously not for a newcomer. Think again. Everything you need to do is near enough laid out on the front of this radio. So you saw the progression from the 710 to the DX10, where you had your menus were obviously kind of back in the UI of the 710, and you had to fiddle with a few buttons, etc. The DX10, a little bit more was out in the open for you. Well, with this, if you want to change anything, you can literally hit it. So if you want noise reduction, you press noise reduction, you twiddle a knob. It's all there to hand. Obviously, if you want to go deeper into it, you can press the function button here. And again, you'll get that sort of short menu function for the most used options of the radio. Beginners, again, don't panic. As I said, easily laid out for you. So I say it every time when it comes to the 101. Anything on the main dial, so the VFO, main VFO, you'll find is in white for you to make the change. So if you're changing AF, etc., it's all here. And anything in blue is for your sub. And it's just a, you know, click the button if you want sub or main, and everything's shown on screen. So with regards to the screen, it's a larger display on the 101 MP. Again, you've got the screen out if need be. Obviously, I've not done that here because it's such a nice, you know, clear display, and we can film it straight off. So you'll know in the shack if you're restricted for space. Yes, it's a big unit, but you can do everything from this main screen here. Now, when it comes to filtering, again, it's a hybrid SDR unit, and roofing filters on this compared to your DX10 and your 710 a world apart, basically. You can add additional filters if need be as well. So you can add, for example, if you're an SSB operator, again, we're looking, you know, if it's the right radio for you. I'm an SSB operator, Tony. I just, you know, I want to work the contest. I want to work DX on SSB. Sometimes the bands are noisy. You can break down, you can have individual filters for SSB on the main and the sub band as well. And also with regards to CW operators, the same function again. So you can have your CW filters extra on the sub and the main band as well, if need be. So when it comes to tailoring your audio, with regards to this, built-in EQs as well for you to tailor all your audio. So if you're running, again, either a desktop mic or a boom mic, for example, if you've got a high-end audio system, everything can be done within the 101. So you're not kind of set out to what the manufacturer wants you to do. With the flagship models, you'll find that you can tailor the audio, you can tailor your transmission power, everything you want to do can be done on the radio. So is a 101 the right radio for you? Well, that's a decision you've got to make. And I kind of suggest, a lot of people have said to me lately, why do we have so many used FTDX10s? And obviously we did a special not long ago for FTDX10s. Well, the main reason is, once you've kind of used the DX10, the natural progression is the 101, because you'll find that, you know, for the price, as I said, for the price, an amazing radio, the DX10. But if you're on the air a lot and you're trying to work that DX in a noisy environment, you're going to realise that there are parts missing, and that's kind of where that extra money comes in. So, you know, it's not just because it's X amount of £1,000. There is a reason for that, and it is the technology that you're getting with the flagship model. So as per usual, if you really do want to get technical with any of these radios, more information is available on our website. And if you want to have a chat with any of the guys as well, obviously you can just give them a call on the number. Feel free to email in sales@hamradio.co.uk. Obviously, as I said, be quick, because it is part of Yaesu's cashback offer at the moment for these 3 radios. And I've got to mention as well, Yaesu's FTM 500. If you're not into HF, I'm not leaving you out this week. So the 2 meters 77 C4 FM mobile transceiver, Yaesu's FTM 500, is available on cashback as well at the moment. And we've done a very, very special price for you on this last week as well, where we've dropped the price down to £525. So that's a massive saving. We'd already knocked it down for Black Friday and Christmas sales, but we've knocked it down again for you, just so you can get your last orders in quickly. Because I had a few calls and I've got this roughly 500, 550 budget, and if we can help you out, we will. So we've bought some more stock in for you, and get your orders in and get the cash back in as well over to Yaesu. Anyway, as I said, if you've got any questions and you want to discuss, or you want to come, the best thing to do is come and play basically with any of these radios. Obviously, we're open 6 days a week here. Had a great weekend last weekend. We had a GAAMC club down. Made some contacts as well with some YouTubers on the air. We do have the G2ML club called as well. And we are active on the air. So, as I said, decision is yours really, but we're here to help if need be. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Don't forget to call.